if they don't believe you. False faces tell lies, watch how they receive you. I was supposed to make it, but all these stipulations. Yeah, it's funny how money changed the situation. Been about that hustle, cause being broke I couldn't think straight. Niggas out here starving, in between no links days, not me. I'ma show you how to get it low key. I'ma show you how to flip it Chung Lee. Any ways to get it, I'm amazing with it. Long as the pay come with it, trust me, shit. I ain't worried about none of y'all. Yeah, we working up under y'all. So much money need a synagogue. If a nigga hating, then it's in his heart. One phone call, then he sent to God. I don't specialize in taking lies and prevent niggas from taking ours. Make the order, make the quarter for that quarter. For my sons and daughters, I swim the water. Bite the shark, before I let them drown, I build the ark. For all the days I didn't have it, I don't take now one for granted. His ownership over money, I'm trying to own anywhere that I'm standing. I ain't worried about no pussy or no bitch. I ain't chasing ass, I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Niggas out here hating, time wasting, I can't take that chance. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Can't tell these niggas nothing nowadays, they know everything. Ownership over money, with my money I own everything. Focused on my paper, being broke, can't relive that past. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash.
Fuck, I look like chasing ass. I'm the one getting chased by the cash. You the one begging at home for time, blowing up a phone, kissing ass. I'd rather be fucking with this rap shit, bagging up weed without a bitch. Hating on me, what do you know? Shit, ain't this some shit? Fucking right, I get a link card. The poet's nigga in the yard. Your homie on the side of you telling you, man, I'm one of the illest, realest niggas in the yard. Me and Big K came to Bogart. Shots all off in your bro ham. Your homeboy looking all at my pocket. You better talk to your bro, man. Bad bitches, just to let you know, if I fucks with a pop bitches for a credit score. Say no more. When I'm riding real slow. 64, ain't no handles or no keyholes on the door. On the door. Front on niggas that ain't my MO, but I shit on haters and make them die slow. The bullets and garlic, then double back and then hit the bitch with the fofo. I got my own weed, my own cash, my own whip. If the bitch act up, she can kick rocks, hitchhike. I don't give a fuck or catch a cab.
I ain't worried about no pussy or no bitch. I ain't chasing ass. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Niggas out here hating, time wasting, I can't take that chance. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Can't tell these niggas nothing nowadays, they know everything. Ownership over money, with my money I own everything. Focused on my paper, being broke, can't relive that past. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Tell these niggas get their shit straight. I'm overeating on my 6 plates. I ain't slept in some weak niggas. If you plotting on me, you some weak niggas. That's why I keep it bitches don't speak with niggas. Got a loud mouth when she speaking. Put my faith in no man. Too many niggas trying to be with niggas. This is motivation from a young guys. Fast money, get you cash money. Real wealth come through bloodlines. Get your hustle right, make the right investment. It'll last you a lifetime. From the streets to the boardroom, car lots to the showroom, project builder to the Trump Towers, vision greater King Trump hours. Your deck of cards full of pink hearts. My hand of Trump's Trump cowards. Stake to stake, flipping real estate. Billionaire Donald Trump powers. Agenda set and we pushing hours. From grinding for hours, pushing that pack, weeding that powder under the act. Weeding for hours, running them tracks. The quarter is ours, no running it back. Being broke ain't no fun in that. We make it out, ain't no coming back. For all the days I didn't have it, I don't take now one for granted. This ownership over money, I'm trying to own anywhere that I'm standing. Delhi. I ain't worried about no pussy or no bitch. I ain't chasing ass. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Niggas out here hating, time wasting, I can't take that chance. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash. Can't tell these niggas nothing nowadays, they know everything. Ownership over money, with my money I own everything. Focused on my paper, being broke, can't relive that past. I've been about my money all my life. I've been chasing cash.
Yeah, buddy, we're gonna get straight to it. We're gonna get straight to it. Hit the like button, share the stream out. You already know it's about to.
Yeah. Listen, I could never lose to this nigga. Whisper like he a snitch nigga. Who damn the crowd in the Discord when the clips called him a bitch nigga. King trash, king ass, and king ass. Your bloodline subside, my bloodline sublime, let a real king pass. Do your top smoking like a TP when I lock down on the PG. Kill a nigga with the gloves on so you know I did it off GP. I'ma show you how to wow on them. Beat a nigga, then style on them. You niggas ain't got enough strikes out here, homie, to call foul on them. And you ain't a goon, nigga, and I don't need to presume, nigga. All that black power don't mean shit with a racist in your room, nigga. Confirmation of a coon, nigga. Fire, I smell fumes, nigga. Two pistol in hands, race up on them like cartoons, nigga. Shotty to the body, body after body, all in the walls. Look how we got a red dot, him headshot, and when I spotted to his ass once, it's a red bottom. Shame how they call them brains over all them games for the slaughter names in the order. You niggas is too fake, fuck around and get souffle. On top of those youth on us, waiting on us. Had the comments pass, never caught lacking in traffic. I got an easy pass on the interstate with the white girl. Call it an easy bag. Look at these two thought ass rappers with their easy ass. Pull up to the round table, watch how I sit and look around the table. See how many around the table, 10 rounds around the table, spit on niggas and walk around the table. Fuck's up with these old birds, all this chirping with no words. I don't really see the second humor, all I see is Whoopi Goldberg. Tell these dummies get their head together, let them know we ready for whatever. You don't need to fact check this resolution when it's clear that I led better. All this whole rapping and this toe tap, he got you in too deep, yo. I don't see savage, but above average like with two ends meet. Let's go. Swear to God, y'all ain't guilty by association. Swear to God, round table ain't filled with rapists and racists. J-Tech all on Twitter, send the dick pics to the kitty litter. And these type of niggas y'all choose to care fight with? Honestly, I wouldn't put it past y'all niggas. Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna ask y'all niggas. Obviously, you done already set tasks for your niggas when you put a captain on your squad named Thug Nasty, nigga.
My bad, that was the wrong version. Wrong version. That's why I didn't have Z in it, and that's why I didn't have Noah verse in it. Let me do this here. What's good, people? What's good, people? We have a lot to talk about today. Yes, sir. I am back. I do apologize. That is the wrong version of the song. I got multiple masters of that song, and I definitely picked the wrong one. Let me turn off this fan. I don't want no noise in the background of this player. Oh, man. Let me see. What is that? No? What is that? What is that? Okay. 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 Y'all don't hear that noise, do y'all? Do y'all? Y'all hear buzzing noise? Let me know if you hear a buzzing noise. Is it this? Let me see here. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Okay, let me see. That's what it is. No buzzing noise? No buzzing noise. Okay. No buzz. Do y'all hear it now? Do y'all hear that? Let me know if you hear some buzzing noise. I think this is causing it to buzz. Yeah. Let me turn that off. I will fix that later. We'll just do it like this, huh? We'll just put it like that. Okay. Okay, yeah, I just turned it off. Thank you all. So let me look at the site, man. I got to call everybody out. Let's see what we got here. I do apologize for the 2-week layoff. It's been crazy at work. It's been kind of not launch week, but launch month at work. So it's been a lot of stuff going on that front at work. Let me see. I can lean that back a little bit. Yeah. Let me see here. Yep. Let me know if my audio is clear too. Yes, sir. Volume 11. Volume. Is my audio too loud? Let me know if my audio is too loud. Audio is clear. Yep. Okay. Don't you dare claim that man said we again. Hey, I'm finna get in my bag, player. I just want you all to enjoy the show. Just enjoy the show. That's all, player. That's all I'm asking. I'm testing out my green screen while we doing this. You know what I'm saying? So, you feel me? Let me start calling everybody out. Okay? Carlos Alvarado, what's good? Nice Start Gaming or Games, what's good? MK, what's up? OG Proficial, what's up? Tommy Bull, what's up? Censored Thought, what's up? Tay248, what's up? Mr. JTK123, what's up? Bam Reacts, what's good, player? Master Sip 40 with the $2. PS5 is dog shit. What are we doing here, Post? You already know what we doing here, brother. But thank you for opening up that show with that. What are we doing here, player? It's always a pleasure. Crimson X225 was good. Let me see. King of the Road C6. We got Z Black Rider. We got Reese the Beast 314. Country Working Man. He and Bantam Power. Game 21, Bantam Power Game 21. What else we got here? If I butcher your name, I do apologize. Thanks, man. We got Stefan keeping it G. Hey, Stefan, I got that track you sent me. I forgot to tell you, but I'm gonna be working on that. I'm gonna be working on that joint. So and I'm gonna send it back to you. It's dope. I fucks with it. D Potter 9064 Heath. I'm laying on my back, Steven. What's up, Heath to Steven? Cloud Ashmore, JD, what's up? So like I said, man, as y'all come in, hit the like button. Let me see here. Let me do something here. Give me just a second here. Let me do a little spray right there. Let me just clean. Oh yeah, that look better. That look better. Okay, now I can see what. Okay, all right. That's better. Okay. Shout out to my boy Play. Shout out to my boy Play with the $2. He say 30 million. Yes, sir. Ricky Brown with the $10. Talk that ish. Look, I come to talk my shit. No interruptions. No interruptions. Shout out to my broadband bullies. We working right now. But yeah, as you come in, hit the like button, share it out. It helps with the algorithm and getting my content out there. We got 1,000 subs. Now we're on the road to the next number. We're going to take this a little at a time. You know what I'm saying? Well, it takes a little bit to gain a lot. So if I have to do it at one sub at a time, we definitely going to get there. Shout out to JD with the $2. He say 30 million. They don't want to believe it. No, they don't, player. But we're going to talk today, right? There's so much to talk about. Game Pass, acquisition season, in terms of both Xbox and Microsoft. We have the perfect dark stuff I didn't really get a chance to talk to you about in terms of what they're doing with the Square Enix studio. Tokyo Game Show just finished up. Few surprises there. Nothing too big, but some more welcome great content to Game Pass. xCloud going to more countries, getting stronger about a month. I mean, Microsoft is really doing big things. Also, Japanese localization, really pushing hard for that. We got Starfield news which is telling us that this game is going to be huge. But we're going to start off. Y'all know what we're going to start off with. This is Broadband Bullies 30 for 30. Yes, no ESPN. No ESPN. This is Broadband Bullies. Post up 30 for 30. And I thank y'all for tuning in, player. I thank all y'all for showing up, because we definitely about to show out. Now, I'm pretty sure that all of you all have seen the interview by now, right? I'm pretty sure all of you all have seen the interview by now. Let me see if I can. And some people calling me crazy. Well, I can be crazy, but to give you the gist and breakdown, and I know y'all kind of keen to this information, but we still gonna break it down for those that might not be. Now, the CEO and Phil Spencer did a joint interview, and it's crazy that those two was picked specifically to do the interview together. But we ain't gonna assume, player. We ain't gonna assume, okay? We ain't gonna assume. They don't want to believe it, though. They don't want to believe it. But it's strange. Out of all the CEOs in all the world, right? With all the rumblings of Microsoft possibly purchasing or acquiring Take-Two, we're not saying it's final. We're not saying that it's real. We're not saying they're going to do it. But I'm just saying, with all the rumblings and all the rumors of Microsoft acquiring, right, Take-Two, then we just automatically get a meeting with Phil and the CEO of Take-Two. It's amazing how things just come together full circle. But they gonna call me crazy in the comments. I'll just do call me crazy. It's okay. It's okay. Shout out to Carlos Alvarado with the $2 for look. He say ponies look for a W, 8K super sampled to 4K output. Yeah. We'll talk about that too. That don't need this attention, bro. That don't need it. We're 30 for 30 right now. We ain't missed a shot yet. You feel me? We're 30 for 30. We ain't missed a shot. We ain't missed an assist. We ain't missed a rebound, player. You know what I'm saying? We're 30 for 30. Now, in this interview, and I heard that they took the interview down. I don't know if the interview went up a day earlier than what it was supposed to, is what I heard. And that they took it down. And I don't know if they reposted it on a different website or anything like that. And I really don't know the reasons for why they took it down. It could have been what was said in the video, though. You feel me? But look, now the CEO, they're talking about, it was a lot in this conversation, right? They talked about supply chain. Phil spoke about how his job role is less about running Xbox in terms of studio organization, overall studio environment, even acquisitions and things like that. He's pretty much been managing the supply chain in terms of trying to get Xbox Series X's out into the wild and into people's hands. And he said it's been difficult. And he said it's going to last all the way in through next year and then even into 2023. And he said he didn't expect that, when he took over Xbox, that he would be pretty much managing supply chain at this point. But we all know what happened with COVID-19. And it's not just the chip shortage. He pretty much specified that he has to deal with. It's other parts that make up these systems as well that are in short supply as well. So he's saying what he's been doing pretty much is just supply chain management, making sure they can push out as much hardware as possible, and that is cool. And I guess you leave Matt. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You leave Matt. Who's there to, manage all these studios. You leave him up to do that while you try to manage supply chain and get as many systems out there as possible. It's still a lot of people who don't have the systems. And if you look at when Best Buy was selling them in store, the lines was around the corners and around the block, right? All right. So that's one thing they talked about in the beginning of the interview. They also talked about the state of the industry in terms of its growth. It's $134 billion industry, and it's projected to next year to go to $138 billion, maybe even more. About how gaming has become the biggest entertainment and pretty much in all of these industries. It's beating everything. And they also talked about the differentiating factors between movie entertainment, going to see a movie, versus interactive entertainment, and the difference between the two. So if y'all get a chance and they upload the interview again, outside of the Game Pass stuff, It was a very interesting and informing interview. I got a lot out of it, especially how they agreed on a lot of things. But when it came to the subscription service, that's why they kind of slightly deterred in terms of how they look at subscription services. But in this talk on subscription services, right? You know, Phil played it real slick. Phil could have brung up Game Pass. He could have brung up Game Pass, but he didn't, right? He didn't. You know, he could have promoted promoted Game Pass in the interview, and he did. And the CEO of Take-Two recognized that, right? He said Phil could have promoted Game Pass, but he didn't, which is amazing, pretty much. He was like basically saying it was amazing. Then he goes on to say, Phil, I think it was the last time we spoke. People out there want to twist his words, right? People out there want to twist his words. He said, the last time we spoke, you know, he said, the last time we spoke, I think we was saying the numbers was, he said we. He said we. He didn't say you. He didn't say you. It's a video out there where they slowed it down. I heard we. Some people might heard you. I heard we. Well, he said we are at about 30 million, right? Or around 30 million. And Phil laughs. He laughing it off. And he goes, well, the official numbers that we announced publicly is at 18 million, right? The official numbers we announced publicly is at 18 million. And then that's when the CEO of Take-Two kind of walked it back. It was like, yeah, I know it's somewhere around there. 18 million. Well, we know it's bigger than 18 million. We know it's a huge number, right? And so I went to grammar school. I graduated grammar school. I went to high school. I graduated high school. I did some years of college, networking and music production and all types of stuff in college, right? I didn't finish college, but I'm smart enough to know how to read in between the lines. I'm smart enough to know when something is unofficially announced. I'm smart enough to know when I'm looking at an interview and I'm looking at Phil and he has to control his emotions, his expressions. He has to control what he say because he know at that point unofficial numbers have just been released. Now, it could be 30 million, right? It could be 30 million. It could be around 30 million, right? Maybe when Forza Horizon 5 or Halo Infinite release, maybe they hit 30 million or they superseded, okay? Maybe it's, I know in April it was rumored to be 23 million, right? Right? So we know from back in September when it was 15 million, if I'm not mistaken, back in September when it was 15 million, it took 3-4 months for them to do 3 more million. That was up to 18 million. Then you announced Bethesda, ain't no telling where it went after that, right? Then the rumors of it being 23 million in April, which was pretty much what? Well, 9 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. The last numbers we got were 9 months ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken, which was the 18 million number. The last numbers we got was, I ain't eating nothing today. I ain't eating nothing. Yeah. I think the last numbers we got was, I think the last number we got was 18 million. I think that was 9 months ago. And so if they was doing 3 million, J-Dub is a shield with the $5. What up, post up, showing love. F these negative knuckleheads. I hope an acquisition with TT does happen just to see these ponies burst into flames. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that though. Who in the hell is we, Poe? Hey, witness the truth. He said we. He said him and Phil, him and Xbox. He said we go watch the audio. I ain't got a lot of kicking cred. We ain't got a lot of kicking cred up. We ain't got a lot of kicker credit over here, bro. We ain't got a lot. All I'm saying is they are either close to or around the 30 million mark. And they're probably waiting for Forza Horizon 5 or Halo to drive it home to hit that milestone. Because I'm pretty sure they're going to announce it at the right time, right? Either way it's going to happen. Now, he said we. Now, do I know what he meant by we? Oui. Was it French for yes? Who the hell knows? I'm a motherfucking bot. So I'm going to flip it in our favor. He said we, meaning he a part of the family. Others you talking about, yeah, he said we. Like it's our subscribers. You feel me? It ain't just Phil subscribers. He said we got 30 million. So he said Take-Two a part of that 30 million too. Don't hate. Don't hate, participate, player. Don't get mad at me because he said, ooh, we, Shady Amo. What you talking about? Don't get mad at me. Go look at the video. You feel me? Go look at the video. Hey, this ain't no delusion. I know y'all gonna cap. Look, the ponies are mad. The ponies, look, we told y'all. We told y'all what Game Pass is gonna do. We told y'all what it was gonna do, and it's doing it. Right? Right? We told y'all what it was gonna do, and it's definitely doing it. Right? Let me get this. Let me fix this, because that shadow is crazy. Yeah. All right. Now they mad. Now they out here. They changing words in his systems, in his sentences. My bad. They say 30 million was just a random number. Random. What's random about him?
0 and 144.
Hey Siri, I ain't asked you no questions, Siri. Siri's look, let me tell you something. There's nothing random about a number that when he said it, he was definitive in saying it, right? And when like he said 27, where we at, Phil? 27, 26, or he could have basically asked Phil, like, before he even said a number, he could have said, Phil, where are we at with the Game Pass subscribers? And Phil would have been like, well, the last number we announced public was 18 million, right? He could have just said that. And then he could have went on and said, okay, 18 million. And then went on from that to proceed to speak about subscription services. But he came out and definitively said 30 million, right? Carlos Alvarado with the 199. They believe in abandon, but not 30 million to Game Pass. Yeah, talk, Carlos, talk. The delusionists. The delusionists. Look, these are the same people. And I said this in my what's the name? These are the same people, right, that told me when the rumor of PlayStation 5 selling 10 million posts, it's 10 million. I said it was a rumor. It wasn't definitively said by Sony. It's a given. It's PlayStation. What you expect? Huh? What are we doing here? So it's not a given that Game Pass can be at 30 million, but it's a given that the PlayStation 5, which was rumored at that time to have sold 10 million, right? And I said, well, let me wait till Sony come out and definitively say this. And Sony came out the next day and said they sold 10 million. But prior to that, if it didn't come from Sony, which you know, ponies tell me all the time, if it doesn't come from Sony, then it's not real. But yet they tried to tell me a rumor of 10 million was real before Sony even announced it. But now when we're talking about Game Pass and it's sitting at 30 million subscribers, oh, now it's false. It's a fake number. It's a rumor. Even though it came from Take-Two, the CEO of Take-Two, who have two of the biggest titles in the world right now. And that's NBA 2K and that's GTA 5, which both titles were in Game Pass. GTA 5 was in Game Pass twice. It just left out again. So if I'm Microsoft and I'm going to these third-party publishers, such as a Take-Two, such as a EA, right? And I'm propositioning them in terms of getting some of their content into Game Pass. Hell, even EA, even doing the EA deal with EA Access and bridging EA Access and Xbox Live Ultimate. You don't think EA didn't have access to how many subscribers Game Pass had prior to making that deal with Microsoft? You don't think that EA knew that Game Pass was outpacing EA Access in terms of subscribers, in terms of its growth? Why you think EA did that deal with Microsoft? Why you think they put EA Access inside of Game Pass? They saw the growth margin. They saw how fast the subscribers were climbing and how fast people were signing on. And I'm pretty sure you can even break that data down, right? You can break that data down to, okay, here's people who sign up to Game Pass. Here's the people who sign up and stay in Game Pass. Here's the people who sign up, stay a while, and then leave. Here's the people who sign up, stay a while, leave, and then come back. That I'm pretty sure the data get broken down in subsets, right? Because it's a lot of information there. But to sit up here and tell me that the CEO of Take-Two has no credibility in terms of him putting out Game Pass subscribers is asinine. It is asinine. It is crazy. I can see if this was some Joe Schmo, a YouTube streamer or something that's making this claim. I could see if it was somebody on the low totem pole that wasn't an executive that was making this claim. Then you can kind of question the authenticity of that information. But when you have a CEO of one of the biggest companies in the world that has arguably, not even arguably, the biggest product in terms of gaming in the GTA, you think he don't know what them numbers is? He has all the data on Game Pass. EA has all the data on Game Pass. And every other big publisher, Square Enix, all of them that do work with Microsoft in terms of Game Pass has the data. They have the data. Square Enix know the numbers too. Now, Square Enix take on Game Pass is different from Take-Two. Square Enix loved Game Pass, and it loved what Game Pass did for Outriders. On Take-Two hands, he loves subscription services. He just don't love them enough to put the product there day and date. He just don't love them enough, or I wouldn't say love them enough to put them there day and date. I think in terms of subscribers, I think when you get into the 100 million subscribers, I think the CEO of Take-Two will change his mind. When you get into 50, 60, 75, 80 million, 90 million subscribers in Game Pass, I think he will change his mind. But right now, 30 million is not enough to push the CEO of Take-Two for dropping a GTA 6 in Game Pass day and date, knowing that without Game Pass, you already guarantee it's $1 billion franchise. You know you're going to get billions and billions of dollars off that for the next 10 or 15 years. They've proven that with GTA 5. They've proven that with GTA 5. GTA 5 proven that it's a game over a span of 3 generations. Am I correct? A span of 3 generations, and the game is still going, and it's about to do another. It's crazy. So if I have a product and I know it's guaranteed to generate billions in revenue, then I'm speaking from a position of power. And right now, Game Pass, in terms of its subscribers, isn't sufficient enough for a game like Game Pass, or even 2K in this matter, to drop day and date. Now, 2K22 just came out. I guarantee you in a couple of months, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 months, that game is going to be in Game Pass. Once Take-Two have got all the upfront costs, the upfront revenue from that game, and he said this in an interview, once they get the upfront revenue from that game, and the money started declining, then they started being selective about which subscription service they're gonna put their content in. It's gonna be a while before we see a GTA 6 in Game Pass, if ever. If ever. You know what I'm saying? You'll probably have, and it's gonna be a while before we see GTA 6 anyway. You know what I'm saying? But he's speaking from a position of leverage, being that GTA 5 or the GTA product or IP period is such a fucking powerhouse. It's its own platform at this point. It's its own platform at this point. So, do I believe the 30 million subs? Yes, I do. Yes, I do believe it. I do believe it. I believe he slipped up. I believe he exposed some data that wasn't supposed to get exposed. And him and Phil tried to do their best to clean it up the best way they could during that interview. But the cat was already out of the bag. The cat was already out of the bag. I mean, early in the interview, he said that him and Phil talk all the time about subscription numbers and things like that. So, I don't believe he just threw out a random number. Okay. So, shout out to my 30 for 30, my 30 million Game Pass. Look, we growing strong every day, bro. We growing strong every day. Yeah, it sounds about right. Given the growth of Game Pass, you know. Given the growth, and it's gonna get even bigger when Forza, you know, like I said. And the thing about it that is so overwhelming to me, is that it did this with Microsoft not launching any first party content with their system, with this new system, right? It did it off some great indies, some great AA games, and some, I say, mid third party support. You know, I wouldn't say the third party games have been strong this year. I think this year has been, I think indie. This was a year of indies. This was a year of great indies. You know what I'm saying? This was a year, because a lot of the third party games got pushed back. You know, Call of Duty still ain't out. Battlefield still ain't out. You know. So I think indies kind of carried this year, and so I think next year, what they do next year, depending on how this COVID thing takes shape, and as people start coming back to work, working in office, getting out their home environment, going into office, we'll see what type of deals that's going to be made with Game Pass or already made that we don't know about. All right. We'll see. We'll see. But it did this without a Forza Horizon 5 yet. It did this without a Halo yet. Starfield, which looks to be a huge fucking game, comes out next year. It did it before that. Redfall isn't even out yet. None of these games, Hellblade, Avowed, Fable, none of these games are out. And I just think this bodes well for Game Pass, because once Microsoft get into the strive of consistently releasing their big first party games every 3 months like they want to, or however they're going to do it, I truly can see Game Pass at 50, 60, 70 million, maybe even 100 million subscribers over the next 3 or 4 years. I really do. I really do. All right. But we're going to move along. I'm going to have to get a 30 for 30 shirt. You know what I'm saying? We're 30 million strong. In the Flintstone kids. 30 million strong and growing. Fuck is y'all talking about? But let the ponies hate. Let them downplay it. Let them call it a lie, whatever. What's up, Verge Brizzle? But we gonna keep pushing on. Now, I do want to. I want to transition. I want to transition from Game Pass real quick. I know that's the conversation, but the haters gonna hate, bro. Haters gonna hate. When Game Pass first came out, they said it was dog shit. It had no content. They still call Game Pass trash, and all that. Hey, 30 million shit. 30 million motherfuckers liking that trash. So we're gonna move on to acquisition season. Okay. Acquisition season. Let me see. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with Sony. Let me do this. Let me bring this to y'all attention. Acquisition season. Okay, what I do there? My bad. Y'all know I ain't been. Let me see here. Yeah, all right. And let me go here. All right. Acquisition season, right? Now, I knew since last year. I think last year or even before. I think it was last year. Me and Kratos had that conversation behind the scenes. Me and Kratos knew that since last year that Sony was acquiring Blue Point Games, right? And this was way before that the PlayStation account announced it early with that tweet and then deleted the tweet. I think it was last year sometime. I don't know what time last year, but a screenshot was taken from one of Sony websites that was taken down. And on that website, it had all of PlayStation studios. And it had House Marquee and it had Blue Point Games on that website. That screenshot went around Twitter, right? And everybody thought it was assuming that, Sony had purchased or brought Blue Point and House Marquee. But nothing was said, and I guess that shit kind of died down. And then Kratos, my homie, a couple text messages, whoop the bam, back and forth, whoop the bam. We find out that, Sony acquired Blue Point Games. We just didn't know when they was going to announce it. So recently, like I said, the tweet comes out that Sony initially leaked a tweet that said PlayStation and Blue Point, and then they deleted the tweet, and then Blue Point put in their Twitter profile, fully independent studio. And we're like, nah, that's cap. And then everybody started taking screenshots of their Twitter profile saying, look, Blue Point is, still a fully independent studio. And I think they still have their quote on their profile right now, that they're a fully independent studio. So today, Sony come out and announced that they acquired Blue Point. It's not a surprise to everybody, because a lot of us already knew. You know what I'm saying? It was a given. They've been working with Sony for years and years and years, similar to the relationship that Microsoft had with Bethesda. So it wasn't a big surprise. House Marquee wasn't even a big surprise. But let's see now. PlayStation has Blue Point Games. They have Fire Spike, Nixis, which do PC ports, House Marquee, Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica, Sucker Punch, Ben Studios, San Diego, San Mateo, Visual Arts Group, Insomniac Games, Pixel Plus, or Pixelopus. Oh Lord, forgive me for tweaking on that name. I'm gonna keep moving. Gorilla, Media Molecule, London Studio, XDev, Polyphony Digital, and Team Asobi. I always mix Team Asobi with Asobo. Microsoft got Asobo, which works which will be working on the flight simulator over the next 10 years. But they also doing a part 2 to their other game. I can't think of now. And then they got PlayStation Malaysia. So I'm excited for this. I'm not gonna leave a cap. You know why? Because that lets me know. And I think Fire Spike, if I'm not mistaken, just purchased a studio. Sony purchased Fire Spike. Firespike just purchased another studio, which consisted of EA devs, Supermassive devs, and devs from Evolution Studio, which is the studio that Sony had got rid of that did Drive Club and all that. So the studio that Firespike brought on, which consists of the developers from those three studios. So, and I think it took their staff from over to like 250, maybe 270 developers. The reason why I'm excited about this is because, number one, I called this 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the consolidation of the industry as the industry moved to cloud infrastructure, as it continued to move toward subscription-based distribution, that Microsoft and Sony was going to start purchasing up developers because they want to make sure that they solidified the best devs under their umbrella, because they know other, for example, Tencent. You got the Embracer Group, who has like 68 studios, got over 150 games in development, and they're still buying shit, and they're a holding group, right? So I said that outside intervention, meaning that big companies outside the industry that are going to want to take part in gaming or figure out a way to come into gaming to get a piece of that pie, was going to come in on Microsoft and Sony field. So what do you do in that case? You start buying up development talent beforehand. You come together on cloud technology, right? To protect your ground, your stomping grounds. And look what we have here. Microsoft buying Bethesda, still looking to shop, right? Sony buying studios, still looking to shop. You know why? Microsoft need content to feed Game Pass. And I'm not talking on an every once in a while basis. I'm talking about on a regular basis. They need to be able to feed Game Pass consistently, right? Sony, once they get their infrastructure and they back end together, they're going to have their own subscription service. Whether people want to believe it or not, they're going to have their own subscription-based service. And they too going to need developers and content makers that can feed that platform or whatever subscription service that they come up with. Because rest assured that PSN now and PS Plus won't be separate for long. At some point, Sony is going to consolidate them two under one umbrella, where you're paying one payment and getting access to all. Okay. At some point, they're going to do it, right? So this is not only a fight for. I know we're constantly stuck on console sales in terms of who's selling the most hardware and things like that. But that is the least of the fight. The fight right now is the fight for content, right? Is the fight for content. And they're Sony can't spend like Microsoft can spend. So I think they're going to be strategic in who they decide to purchase. I think House Marquee, and I think Bluepoint, and even Insomniac were very strategic in great purchases. You get a studio like Insomniac that's put out 5 products since they've been owned by PlayStation. You get a studio like that for 200 and some million, 200 maybe 300 some million. That's cheap for their value, because the value of their studio exceeded that, right? But maybe they just felt more comfortable with Sony, because I'm pretty sure, from what I heard, Microsoft went around to all studios and publishers with offer sheets. I heard Microsoft went around to studios with offer sheets trying to see if they can purchase everybody. Let me get this real quick. Oh, I'm missing some super chats. My bad, y'all. Okay, let's see here. We got Carlos Alvarado with the $2. He say they believe in abandoned, but not 30 million to Game Pass. Carlos Alvarado with the $2 again. He say they buy games. Keena didn't chart. What? Hold on. Keena didn't chart? Somebody tell me if Keena charted or not. Let me know. Because they was on Psychonauts 2 about Psychonauts 2 not charting. And they was praising. They've been praising Keena. They've been praising it. Let me know if that didn't chart. Let me know if that's true. Okay? And then shout out to Lord Maxie with the $10. He say, shout out to the chat and you post. Keep doing your thing. Yeah, thank you so much, yo. Thank you so much. This is a battle of content. This is, and as the years, as we get deep into this generation, and even going into the next, it's going to be the battle of content and services, right? We know these companies don't make money on hardware, and even if they're making a profit, that money coming in and going right back out because they already starting R&D on either the next PlayStation 5 2.0, Xbox 2.0, or even the next system that's going to come out next generation. So you already reinvested in your platform, your developer side in terms of the dev kit, the software, the hardware. You're already reinvesting in that now, right? Because you don't want to be around. You want to be behind the 8-ball. But I like this because it shows me that Microsoft and Sony right now is fit to be the most competitive they've ever been, right? Since Microsoft entered this space. They are going to be the most competitive they've ever been since Microsoft entered this space, right? And look, within the last couple of months, Sony announced Insomniac. They announced House Marquee. They announced Nixus. They announced Firespite. They announced Blue Point Games. That's 5 studios. And then Firespite purchased another studio. So that's 6. That's 6 studios within the last couple of months that Sony just announced. It's crazy. Now, I know people don't look at it like a big deal because they didn't do it. The announcements was kind of spaced out. But that's similar to what Microsoft did at the E3 when they announced those 5 studios all at once. Right? Sony just did that in the span of a couple of months. 6 studios. Right? Right? Because they got to keep up with each other. They got to keep up with each other, you know. I don't think they're going to be able to outpace Microsoft in purchasing and stuff like that. But I do think they could be smart and intelligent in terms of what studios they go after, what studios go after. Because sometimes quantity don't necessarily mean quality. Even though I think that Bethesda has a lot of quantity and quality there. But I think that's where Sony is going to focus their stronghold. If they're going to purchase a studio, they're going to make sure it's a quality studio that put out a quality product, right? Right? So, we'll see. I don't see Sony, and it's just me, I don't see Sony gawking out $7 billion or $10 billion plus for a... Oh, hold on. Give me just a second. Hold on. All right. So yeah. So back. I don't see Sony spending $7 to $10 billion on a publisher or anything, anything like that. I think their studio acquisitions are going to be very strategic in terms of quality and within their price range. I don't think they paid a lot for House Marquee. I don't know what they paid for Blue Point. But I think if you, I think if you kind of combine all the prices of the 6 studios that they got, I don't even think they are near the price point of that one Bethesda purchase, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, because if you look at Insomniac, for what they spent, they're getting a lot. They're getting a lot more out of Insomniac than what they spent on them. You know, I actually think Insomniac was valued more than the 200 million that they was 200 million something that they was purchased for, and I'm pretty sure that Insomniac had a choice of choosing between Microsoft and Sony, and I guess the close relationship that they had with Sony over the years kind of pushed them into that direction. Okay, kind of pushed them in that direction. So, but this is going to be a very, very, very competitive generation. And I applaud both of them. I know Microsoft got some acquisitions coming up. I don't know when they're going to announce them. I'm not going to speak on them. I'm not going to assume or speculate. I'm not an insider. I just hear things and keep my mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? What's told to me in confidence stays in confidence. So I know Microsoft got some acquisitions coming up, but I don't want them to go tit for tat and stuff like that. I know they ain't gonna try to go tit for tat. So people out here saying that Microsoft need to respond to Wolverine. Microsoft need to respond to them purchasing Blue. No. We don't react. We proact over here. We don't react. We proact. Let me say it again. We don't react. We proact. Right? This is when you're a $1 trillion company, you're not a reactionary company. Every move that you make is strategic. You know what I'm saying? And you don't react off what your competitor is doing. You look over there and say, okay, you got Blue Point, whoop the bam. That's nice. That's good. That's nice. It's cool. I see y'all over there doing what you're doing, making moves, okay? But y'all ain't making the moves we making, though. Huh? Y'all ain't making the moves we making, huh? Huh? It's a difference. It's a difference. It's levels. It's levels. And that's how you do it. And so you make your next move the best move. So you proact. You plan, you look, and then you make a decision off the direction that you go in. You don't become reactionary and say, oh, Sony just brought Blue Point. Let me go buy studios over here just so I can say, oh, we got some over here too. No, they ain't how big business work. They ain't how big business work, player. They ain't how big business work. So I'm gonna applaud Sony, because I didn't realize if you look over the last couple of months, they have accumulated about 6 studios, 5 or 6 studios. Low key, that's crazy. That's crazy. We did that in one purchase, though. We did. You feel me? Let me say that again. We did that in one purchase, though. You feel me? We did more than that in one purchase. I just hate to be like this, though, but we just gotta let these fuck niggas know. These little niggas out here be getting out of hand. It be getting out of hand. They be crazy. Look, it's different levels to this shit, all right? It's different levels. We did that in one purchase. We might do it again. We might just go buy your favorite publisher up. Huh? What? Then what? There's a lot more studios out there that's ready, player. Fuck is they talking about? You feel me? One purchase. All right, but let me move on. I want to move on to this Perfect Dark thing real quick, because in a minute I'm gonna have to get my children from school. This Perfect Dark thing is crazy, man. Look, man, I'm gonna put it like this: the initiative have a studio of 70 developers, right? 70 developers, right? And I think from what I heard, that they was looking to ramp that up, right? But you had COVID, right? You had COVID and things like that. taking place. So it kind of made things a little bit hard. So they say, look, we got to get this product out. We got to get it done. We got to get it made. You got Crystal Dynamics over here, a studio that Dale Gallagher used to be head of. They seem to be free. Let's work with them. It's a studio that Daryl Gallagher knows like the back of his hand. They're used to working under Daryl Gallagher. And in the past, he was known to get the best out of them when you look at all the Tomb Raider series. So why not? Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with getting in help. Everybody said, well, it's another triple. So what? At the end of the day, if the only thing that matters is the game itself, is the end product, then why are we worrying about how it's getting done? Huh? Why is worried about how they get done? Right? It's crazy, right? When it's Microsoft, it's always an issue. It's always an issue. Always. I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. With Microsoft, it's always an issue. But look, let Perfect Dark be. Let them guys work. I think they're gonna do some of their best work, given that what happened with the Avengers. They're back under the tutelage of Daryl Gallagher. He did great things with Tomb Raiders. They know what they're getting. They know what type of leader they're getting. They know what type of person that they're dealing with. So I think Perfect Dark is going to turn out to be a great game. And I think it's going to supersede people's expectations. Now, people didn't like Avengers because they said it was repetitive and all that stuff, right? In the industry full of graphics, where people are graphic heads, the game looked at dope. The game looked at dope. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Perfect Dark. All right. So I want to move along because I'm finna have to leave in a minute. I'm gonna have to shorten this stream up. Tokyo Game Show just got announced. And I heard didn't too many things. There was some games in there that I didn't know about. I know Japan and them, they got their version of Game Pass. Scarlet Nexus just dropped in Game Pass for Game Pass, PC, and Cloud. I just downloaded it. Avengers just dropped into Game Pass as well. I know all you ponies paid $70 for Scarlet Nexus. I know. Don't get mad at me. Look. I know y'all just paid $70 for that game. I know y'all just paid $70 for that game. I know we all paid that. That's $75 with tax. I know. Don't get mad. It's cool. And you know what? I ain't mad at you, player. I ain't mad at you. You spent $75 on that game, and you supported the developers, right? I paid Microsoft $15, and they supported the developers for me. Talk about it. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. So now, Tech Kid, you always talk your shit. This ain't what you want, Tech Kid. This ain't what you want. Let me tell you something. I know your PlayStation only spent $70 on that game. You spent 70, 60, 70, 65, 70, 75, 80. You spent some money. You got a deluxe version or something, right? Let me tell you something. I paid, matter of fact, I get Game Pass. I got a year worth of Game Pass. Yeah, I got a year worth of Game Pass, which I got for the Lolo, right? I got for the Lolo, so I don't even pay money no more. Oh, since it's $35.99 now, huh? That what we doing here? AZ Black Rod, I know. That's why I ain't gonna talk too much about it. I'm just gonna focus on the good part, and that's Scarlet Nexus and Game Pass. Look, we pay $15, and Microsoft say, look, you pay me the $15, then I'm gonna take care of the rest with helping these developers out. You feel me? And they did that. And I just downloaded Scarlet Nexus. Now I gotta see if how the game plays and if I like it. Now, I would say this. Rashado, let me rock. Let me do my thing. I will say this. I have watched the anime. I think I'm up on the latest episode. No, I think about 2 episodes behind. But I have watched the Scarlet Nexus anime, right? So I know the overarching story behind the game and what's going on. I haven't played the game, but I am watching the anime on Funimation. The anime is exclusive to Funimation. So I'm gonna see how it plays. See if it's a dope game. How long you think it'll be before they raise the price of Game Pass? Maybe 3. Oh, look at this. Huh, Frozen? You come up in here with that nonsense? Huh? You come up here with that? We ain't talking about raising those prices on Game Pass. We ain't talking about that. I ain't even thinking about that. $15, you'll pay $15. Now, it depends on the economy and where the market is, though, for real, Frozen. They just adjusted the prices of Game Pass in other countries due to, I guess, and how the state of their market there. So depending on what state the market is in different countries, prices either are going to go up or down. In this case, in some of those markets, the price was cut based on the market there. In terms of the United States, I think it'll probably be a while before we see a price increase for Game Pass, right? If ever. Remember that Xbox and Phil always stresses they want to lower the entry barrier, lower the cost barrier in terms of giving people access to this content, right? But I do think at some point, maybe down the line, maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, I don't know, that we might see a price increase because I think the content is going to be better over time. I think the content is going to be more consistent over time. And then I think you're also going to have different tiers of Game Pass at some point. Hopefully they could do a family on Game Pass like they did with Xbox Live at some point, where they had that family subscription, right? Because I get on my box, I have to pay $15 for my account, have to pay $15 for my son account, have to pay $15 for my daughter account, and so on and so on. So hopefully they can get a consolidated subscription plan where we're paying one fee for multiple accounts, for a family account, even if that's monthly or yearly, like they deal with Xbox Live Gold. Okay, all right. So listen here, man. I wanted to get into some other stuff, but I'm gonna have to cut this short. What's up, David? What's up to everybody who just joining? I wanted to talk about the AK and stuff like that. But the mother of my children just called. She's not going to be able to pick up my children from school, so I gotta go get there. Okay. What's up, Eric83? I gotta go pick up the little ones from school, man. So look, man. I thank everybody for joining. I thank everybody for tuning in. I'll be back. Game Pass does not have Eric. Shut your ass up. We ain't doing this, Eric. You first of all, you late as hell. You probably ain't hit the like button. You probably ain't shared this out. But you want to come pull up in the comment section talking about Game Pass ain't hit 30 million. Fuck is it? Nigga, what are we doing here? You just hopped in, and I know you ain't hit the like button and done none of that because you just hopped in, and the first thing you do was say hello and say Game Pass ain't at 30 million. This fuck nigga. Tyler Kid, you is a hater. You is a known hater, brother. You be in the Discord hating. You be on Twitter hating. And now you in my chat hating. You feel me, Jimmy? They mad. 30 for 30. No ESPN. What is they talking about? Back to back. What is they talking about? What are we doing here? Ty Kid is a no hater. Hey, don't be like, look. Let me tell you this before I go. Don't be like these ponies, man. My bots, don't be like these ponies. They out here on Twitter. They out here capping for these next-gen systems, and they don't own not a next-gen system. Look, let me tell you something. I caught a pony on Twitter, right, that be out there talking all that PlayStation stuff, shit on Xbox all day. I caught him, right? Guess what? He doesn't have a PlayStation 5. Guess what he do have? A Xbox Series X. And yet, he's on Twitter all day capping for PlayStation in a system he don't have, but got an Xbox Series. You cannot make this shit up, bro. You cannot. These guys out here, they don't have the systems. They talking, but they don't have the systems. I'm talking. I have the systems. And I play games when I want to, player. So y'all have a dope day. Let me throw my clothes in and go get my kids, man. I catch y'all on Twitter or in the Discord, in Z Discord, man. If you ain't, connect to the Discord, man. I wish I had the link right now, but I gotta go. So continue to like, share, subscribe this. Continue to share it out. Continue to support the channel. I'm back. I know it's been 2 weeks, but a lot of things at work. All right. Y'all, peace out. Have a good one.